Fyros first before I start because I met Fyros at least I think about a year back doing some of the related stuff, and he gave me a fantastic theoretical framework for the stories I'm going to tell you about what we do. So my name is Veera, just the first 5 letters. My name is very long, and I'm the co-founder of Sustainable Learning Lab. So this is what I wanted to speak to you about, but then still I'll tell some stories. So what we do in Sustainable Learning Lab is, to put it simply, we are a semi-outdoor community lab prototyping facility for people to basically help the communities at the bottom of the pyramid better. And these are 3 co-founders behind that. We have Inventor, Amy, and Veera. Now we love this photograph because it's a great advertisement for racial harmony. No, okay. But we rarely get to take photographs like this together because usually one of us is behind the camera instead. So these are all the things that we do. Now, like what Fyros was saying earlier about the knowledge funnel, right? We try and ensure we never get to a funnel. So we do almost every other thing from futures work to fabrication to running challenges to running a sales platform and so on. And I'm not going to tell you anything about these things because you can read this on the website or the Facebook page for yourself. What I'm going to tell you is about the journey that we took to get here. Because a lot of us are here at this stage and they seem like we've done a lot to come over here, but everyone has a story. Everyone has a story from how they started. So our story started about 6 years ago when we were in NUS. All my co-founders, we were classmates. And the story starts really with the cumulative average point. If you're not from NUS, then you'll probably call it GPA, right? So how it starts is that we were all in the first semester and we were all studying engineering. Engineering science to be specific, which was a pioneer course at the point in time. They had about like 40-something people, and then they bell curved us. They bell curved us with 40 people in the class. Somebody had to get the D, somebody had to get the E. And the 3 of us were united in getting the D's and the E's. So what happened after this was that mathematically, after the first semester, it was impossible for us to get the first class honors. See, the engineers that extrapolated this myself, and decided that there was no way with the CAT that we got the first semester were we ever going to get a first class honors. It makes you think, right? What are we in school for? We come to university, want to do well, want to study well, want to be honor to ourselves, to our family, society. But what is the true measure of math? Is that academic grades? We decided that we do not want to be measured by the way, I'm sorry to say this, NUS measures students. We decided that we wanted to measure ourselves as true engineers, as true innovators, as true inventors, as true creators. We wanted to do our own things. And what own things do I mean? We went on to join this project when we were in first year. It was a pretty awesome project because it was the very first project that we ever did, and we did really well at it, which is actually a very brilliant stroke of luck. This is a project on farmer suicides. We were trying to solve the problem of farmer suicides in Maharashtra, in India. This is actually the state in which Mumbai is located. It's about 3 hours north. There were a lot of farm suicides happening because, the vicious cycle of getting loans, of poor harvest, of not being able to sell the harvest for the optimal amount of money and getting into a debt cycle, and everyone will take poison in the family and they will die. This has been happening for a number of years. In fact, it is still happening. So what we did is that we joined up with a project partner team in Maharashtra with the Mumbai University Institute of Chemical Technology, or known as MUICT. And these guys, together with us, we designed a food dryer system to help people, basically the farmers over there, dry their produce so that they can sell it off-season, because there's only 2 harvests a year. The rest of the time there's no harvest, and the fresh fruit spoils very quickly in the 40-degree heat. So we designed a food dryer system, and not only that, we were awarded a prize for this, and we won a UNESCO award for this one. The reason why they awarded us the prize, and the judges came up to us and told us later, is that it is not for a technical solution that we awarded you the prize, because it is a very simple thing. We agree, it's a very, very simple solution. They said, what we are awarding you for is because you saw it not as an engineering problem, you saw it as a systemic issue. It was not just the issue of having the food dryer, it was the issue of corruption. It was the issue of getting loans, getting going. It was the issue of ensuring that the produce that was dried had a buyer in the market. It was ensuring the food contracts were done. So it was for this systemic thinking that the elite gave us this thing, and it was a good lesson. We of course did other competitions along the way, and we really got into this mode of doing competitions always as a team. And we had a lot of great success. And one of the things we found is that in doing all these competitions, and we usually take part in technical competitions where we have to invent or make, is that it creates a great sense of agency. In sociology, we use concept quite a bit. Agency is the innate, and I was smiling there. Sociology is, agency is basically the innate, ability, basically feeling like you could do anything and everything. The kind of feeling that you had when you were a kid and they asked you, what do you want to be when you grow up? That sort of feeling, but having it much older after seeing all the cynicism of the world. So we share the spirit, and we said, you know what, let's start a prototyping tinkering club. At this point in time, we were in year 3. So first 2 years spent on doing projects. In year 3, around that period, we decided to start doing a prototyping club. So we got together lots of people. At that time, we were part of the University Scholars Program, and it was a captive audience, right? Everyone's over there. So we just went there, grabbed a few people and said, come, let's work on projects together. Everyone here is from different faculties. We believe in the multidisciplinary sort of things and so on. So let's work together, let's work on projects, let's go to competitions and all that. I would love to tell you that it worked, but it didn't. It failed epically. After a while, people just left because we forgot something. We forgot that people were driven by purpose, not driven by a desire to win competitions. Even we were driven by purpose. We were driven by purpose to create a new measure of what a person could be. But we forgot about that, and we instead thought that it was about winning competitions. So this is one of the lessons that we learned. Now, we're about to graduate. Now it's the 4th year. Now we say, you know what, let's try it again this time around, and maybe if it works out, it'll become a job for us. We can do this full time. Because we work really well as a team, and one of the things that you will appreciate if you work with a group very long is that you guys only work because you're working together. Alone, we couldn't do half of these things. So we said, let's try this. And again, we got together people this time around, we had a purpose. Right? We wanted to do social projects and so on. But then, lots of people, like so many people over here, I think a lot of you people are very good-hearted, right? And a lot of us at this age are. I said this age are, right? Later what happens, nobody knows that. Right? And so we got a lot of people, but after a while, once the passion goes away, once the sort of good feeling goes away, and then the ideas fizzles out, people decide to drop out, left, right, center. And some of you who run projects may have faced this as well. So an idea actually, we forgot, requires a community to realize the highest potential. It's actually African proverb, they say. It takes a village to raise a child. It takes a village to raise a child. It takes a kampung to raise a child. And idea is like a child, and it takes a community to raise it, to bring it not just to its fullest potential, but its highest potential. Not just to make money, but to make meaning, to make purpose, to make impact. Now, we found this community around the time that we were graduating with Ground Up Initiative. So we had a very interesting relationship with Ground Up Initiative, and we met them at the early beginning of last year. And this community basically they shared the whole idea of putting planet and people before profit, which we definitely believe in. And we had a community, a living community of people who were there with a space, and they were doing these things every single day. So even when we felt like, this is a bad day, everyone's kind of good, nobody's going to work, someone comes in and say, you know what, it can work, let's do this together. And they give us that kind of support that I can't express in terms of money, I can't express it in terms of ideas they actually give, but I can express in terms of the moral support, just being there, the presence they give us. This is where we are right now. We are in the Sustainable Living Kampung, and we are located in Yishun, inside Bottle Tree Park. Essentially, the story about this place is that we might lose this wonderful place that we have, but we're working something out, and hopefully everything goes well, we get the lease extended by the government. So when we started SL2 properly this time around, this was the 3rd time around, we made sure the intent, we made sure with the community, we made sure we had the space and the tools as well. Space and tools, you can do it with money. Intent comes from inside. Community comes from people around us. And what we do is that we promote the Kampung spirit of innovation. So maybe at this point, I should explain what Kampung spirit innovation is. Kampung refers to village in Malay. Some of you might know that. And this is a chunk of text. Kampung spirit innovation essentially is about having a no-waste culture. It's about being frugal. It's about operating with healthy respect to the community. It's about having harmony with the earth, about things that we do, and this thing about kampung, we're not trying to romanticize, we're not trying to reminisce, the kampung, the old days. In today's urban society, what we are missing is the community aspect of living. Living has become very utilitarian for a lot of us. So when we say kampung, we're really talking about bringing back a community element that really makes us live rather than just getting it done and checking off the box. It's also about being pioneering. Innovation to us is not just merely creating new things, but it's about being pioneering, it's about forward thinking, and last but not least is actually getting hands dirty, making things, not outsourcing. We do a number of these things, and actually I'm very happy to say that a lot of the guys who are involved with the different things that we do are actually in the crowd today. And I'm glad that you guys are here. So we run programs and projects for communities of families. We have delinquent programs. We work with the probation department. And some of these guys come and work with us after that because, like you said, making creates a sense of agency. We ran humanitarian platinum designs, and these guys, even after they finish making, they come back again. They come back to do things with us. They come back to create new stuff. And because the thing about making is that even though you just run a course and it's end of it, you may just make a product and you sell it, but making it creates agency, makes them feel that now that they can actually take charge, take control of their lives, and do something about it. And we're seeing it in practice happening already. So just to recap, a new measure of worth is what we're trying to create. A higher purpose is what we're trying to get everyone to move towards. And a better innovation ecosystem, not just throwing money at the problem and expecting it to go away. It's about building it, not with the community, but within the community. So this is my context. Please come down to our space. We're actually having a lab tour at the end of this month on the 29th. We're at Yishun, and like the indication, you go there to read it, you go there to see it. And hope to see you all be there. Thank you.